Hi everybody, I'm making this video today. It's to touch on some topics that are going on within the drag community, the LGBTQIA plus community, and the wider Australian community in regards to racism. And to really talk about these issues and to continue my work as an ally for the BIPOC community, it's important that I take accountability and address some things and some uncomfortable things from my past, which I'm not proud of, and moments that I feel like I've let our community down. I have made offensive commentary in the guise of jokes while hosting. I have worn hairstyles such as braids, dreads, and afros, which I, as a white person, had no cultural understanding of, and have learnt how important these hairstyles are for people of the BIPOC community and how culturally significant they are. And I've also appropriated Asian cultures within shows, specifically Korean and Japanese, Chinese, and Indian cultures. I've worn traditional garments in shows, and while I operated out of what I thought was a place of love and respect with no malice, it doesn't negate the feelings of hurt and trauma and the fact that I utilize my white privilege to take from marginalized communities. And the one thing that I've never done is apologize for that. And I am incredibly sorry for doing that. I'm sorry for adding to your hurt and adding to your trauma. I am sorry for not enacting my privilege to educate myself earlier and educate those around me, and utilizing my voice louder to make sure that our industry and our community is as inclusive as possible. My parents have always said to me that when you make a mistake or you hurt someone, that you take accountability and you figure out what you can do to make things better. And this has been a journey that I've been on. And I feel right now, with what's going on in the world, it's important that I take accountability and important that I show that while these things have happened in the past, I don't want to make these mistakes again. And I don't want our community to be plagued with these mistakes. And it is in my privilege as a white human being that walks this earth easier than those members of the BIPOC community that I have the ability to learn about racism without having to experience it every single day of my life. And the way that I have found best to tackle this situation and to help educate myself and learn and grow is through conversation. I've had some incredible conversations with some wonderful drag artists, and a huge shout out to Felicia Fox and Tyra Bankstown and Ruby Jules and Denise Snake and Mulan and Faux Fur about how I can utilize my platform to, and LeBeau Fierce, on how I can better utilize my platform to be a better ally and to show that I am here to learn and grow. And those conversations have been incredibly powerful for me. I've thoroughly enjoyed them as I get to learn about the experience of another human being, but more importantly, we get to find, I get to find, new ways to experience the world and enjoy cultures that aren't my own without taking from them. And while these conversations have been, scary to have, and, maybe it's messy, or, I get nervous that I say the wrong thing, they're happening and they're incredibly important. And, you not only do you learn about your own biases but you learn about things that are going on in the community. Like Denisa and Felicia told me about the ball scene that's thriving down here in Australia, which I didn't really know was happening or was thriving and flourishing, which is incredible. So you find this common ground with another human being that walks a different experience to yours. I've also been in communication with different community leaders about how we can better be inclusive of different BIPOC community voices on our stages and our venues. And, I will strive to do all that I can when I have the power and the control of a show to be inclusive and be diverse. I've engaged in more positive and more inclusive hosting, and figuring out ways that, I be gender non-specific in the way that I introduce myself to a crowd, but also finding new ways of being humorous without going to, topics of race or gender or sexuality. And while that's challenging, it is something that I'm fighting every day to make sure I get right. And each time it gets a little bit better. I've also, wanting to utilize my platform and continue using my platform to share important information that pertains to the members of the BIPOC community and how we can contribute, be it through donations or through using our voice or showing up at rallies, so that we can stand up and make this community, but also our country, a less racist place. I think for such a long time, Australia has had such a casual racist underbelly, but even scarier, it's a normalized racist underbelly. And I think in having conversations like this and challenging ourselves, especially if you are a white human, we are going to start progressing in breaking down that wall and stop reinforcing the barriers that segregate the BIPOC community, which is long overdue. So I'm going to continue to reach out and have these tough conversations. My social media is here for everybody to, communicate with me on things that they want me to share, and also things that, I should read. And I'm seeking those things out on my own as well. But while these things are scary to face, it's looking in the eye of these things and having the tricky conversations about the issues that plague us as a community and as a country. We're going to be able to start going through them. And what's on the other side is even more beautiful. And we are going to be united, and we are going to have a place where everybody's voice is heard and everybody's voice is valued. Again, I want to reiterate that I am incredibly sorry for my past actions. And I'm doing everything in my power to better myself and to educate myself so that these things never happen again. I was reading the other day about growth and change, and I came across a page that spoke to some symbols of growth and change, and one of them was that of the snake. And being Hannah Conda, I thought it was pretty incredible. And it said that in the process of the snake shedding its skin, it's allowing for its growth. And it's stripping away unwanted organisms and bacteria so that it can better thrive in the world. And I believe that's a process that I've been in for the last 3 or 4 years, of growing and of educating myself and of having experiences and being alongside different people from different walks of life so that I can better understand and help build a better community. And that's all I want for our community. We are strong together. We are strong when we are united. And I'm hoping that I can inspire others to think about things that they have done in their past and learn ways that they can make things better and enjoy different cultures, but without taking and appropriating. But I hope that we can continue living fearlessly and shining bright, and that we build a better and strong community. I really thank you for listening if you've made it to the end. I love you all, and I just want to show you that I am and am going to continue to do better and be a better ally for the BIPOC community. I love you all, and I'll see you soon.